The opening strike. The stars above Meridian Colony shimmered like glass shards on black velvet. The settlers had built their homes with quiet pride, believing distance from Earth meant safety. They planted crops in the red soil, raised children beneath alien skies, and whispered songs to remind them of oceans they'd never see again. Then the Exar Dominion came. They arrived without warning, sleek ships edged with cruel geometry, cannons glowing with the heat of gathered suns. Their commander addressed the colony's defense council with contempt, projecting his voice across the airwaves. "You dared raise banners of Earth here. This is Dominion territory. Learn humility and ash." The bombardment began, towers fell, fields burned. A civilian freighter carrying children was cut open mid-flight, its wreckage raining like embers through the atmosphere. The Exar didn't fight soldiers. They erased the unarmed. Meridian's last distress signal reached Earth only in fragments, screaming, silence, and one word repeated: help. The galaxy looked away. To them, it was another colony erased, another reminder that humanity was young and fragile, but Earth was listening, and Earth remembered. The mockery of a name. In the Dominion War Councils, laughter rippled like storms across glass seas. Reports spread. A single human vessel had been dispatched, not a fleet, not a dreadnought armada, just one ship. The Exar intercepted the transmission logs, and when the ship's designation was revealed, their laughter erupted into jeering hysteria. HSS Iron Will. A simple name, old-fashioned, almost primitive, where the Exar named their ships after celestial horrors, the Maw of Suns, Emperor's Wrath. Humans had chosen stubborn poetry. Iron Will sounded like a relic, something fit for a museum. Admirals scoffed in their marble-lined halls. Commanders sneered as they sharpened their blades. The Dominion speaker mocked it openly on galactic channels. "Is this the best Earth can muster? A ship named like a farmer's tool. We will shatter their iron will and hang its hull above Meridian's ruins." The galaxy chuckled along. Humanity's civility, their long peace, their talk of diplomacy had softened them, they said. One ship was no answer. One ship was a joke. But humans had always been underestimated, until the moment it was too late. The silence before the storm. The HSS Iron Will departed from Luna shipyards in silence. No fanfare, no declaration of war, no broadcast of its arsenal. Only shadows followed it into the void. Inside, corridors hummed with restrained energy. Soldiers in black combat rigs moved like phantoms. Engineers whispered around reactors that pulsed with unnatural light. On the bridge, Captain Mara Elson stared ahead with eyes colder than the void itself. She did not smile. She did not blink. The Iron Will was not what it appeared. Its name was a mask, chosen deliberately. Behind it was not a ship, but a convergence of humanity's darkest, most unspoken projects. Every forbidden theory, every classified weapon, every blueprint Earth swore could never be used had been woven into its bones. The Dominion thought humanity would roar with anger. Instead, Earth was quiet. Too quiet. That silence became a weight across the galaxy, pressing on every listening ear, turning every laugh brittle. And then whispers spread. Fleets were mobilizing, dreadnoughts emerging from black docks. Comms filled not with boasting but with warnings, spoken in clipped, merciless tones. "This is Earth Command. We are en route. Stand down or be erased." The silence broke. The shattering of reality. When the Iron Will arrived at Meridian's orbit, the Dominion fleet waited, smug and confident. Dozens of warships bristling with firepower, engines burning like chained stars. Their commander opened a channel, voice dripping with disdain. "Humans, your iron will rust in our shadow." Captain Mara said only 3 words. "Engage reality shard." The galaxy would remember what followed, as the moment reality itself fractured. The ship's hull peeled open like a flower of steel, revealing weapons no species had dared imagine. Not missiles, not lasers. Something older, darker, hungrier. Projectors tore into spacetime, folding light and distance into screaming spirals. Entire Dominion cruisers vanished, swallowed whole by fractures that resealed as if nothing had existed. Others were split into fragments, their crews frozen mid-scream as time dilated into shards of broken seconds. To outside observers, it looked as though the human ship had simply reached into the laws of physics and rewritten them with brute will. The Dominion fired everything: plasma torrents, gravitic lances, singularity torpedoes. But every blast bent around the iron will as if the universe itself refused to harm it. In less than 14 minutes, the Dominion fleet was gone, not destroyed, gone, erased as though their arrogance had never touched Meridian skis. The storm unleashed. The galaxy thought Earth had sent one ship. They were wrong. The iron will was only the vanguard. Behind it, like storms breaking across horizons, entire human fleets emerged. Dreadnoughts so vast they eclipsed suns. Carriers spilling forth swarms of ships moving with mechanical precision. Troop transports descending on Dominion worlds like falling mountains. Every battle was not a fight, it was annihilation. Human forces didn't conquer. They didn't negotiate. They erased resistance with surgical brutality. Cities crumbled in silence, their rulers dragged into the dust. Palaces that had echoed with laughter collapsed beneath human boots. The Dominion's proud banners burned in orbit, their ashes scattered across stars they once claimed eternal. To the galaxy it was biblical, a storm of iron and fire. To humans it was simply justice. The Xer had laughed at a name. Now they screamed it in terror. The resolution of ashes. When it ended, silence returned. The iron will floated above Meridian, scarred but unbroken, its hull glinting with the reflections of dead stars. Survivors of the Dominion war fleet drifted in crippled wrecks, staring at the human ship as though gazing upon a god of vengeance. On a broken comm, one alien whispered, "Never provoke Earth again." The galaxy trembled. Meridian was rebuilt, but not as it was, not merely as a colony. Its streets bore monuments of black stone, etched with words in every known language. Humanity's patience is vast, but their vengeance is infinite. Whispered fear across the stars. Galactic channels no longer mocked Earth. Ambassadors avoided the subject of the war. Even mentioning the iron will became taboo. Children of other species whispered it as a curse in playgrounds. Say its name and it comes. Rulers remembered it in nightmares, waking to visions of fleets blotting out suns. Scholars debated not how humanity had won, but what they had unleashed, whether the iron will had bent reality or whether humanity had simply stopped pretending they couldn't. And among the stars, a single truth echoed like thunder. Names matter not, will is everything. The Dominion had laughed at a name. Humanity had answered with silence, with fire, with inevitability. And when the laughter died, only the echo remained, an echo that would haunt the galaxy forever.